Hey everyone, this channel is specially designed for teachers, instructors, trainers, instructional designers, and learning development personnel who wants to learn how to use digital learning tools and platforms with the right 21st century pedagogy in your teaching, training, or even design of your digital learning content. Please click like and subscribe to receive more videos related to digital learning tools and pedagogy. In this video, I will share some of the useful and proven tips on how to start planning for a remote learning. What is remote learning? What are the differences between online learning, virtual learning, distant learning, distributed learning, and mobile learning? What is remote learning? Remote learning is something an institution should be able to switch off and switch on based on need. However, the shift to remote learning is dependent on preparedness, technology tools, restructuring of assessment, and overall learner support infrastructure. Well-planned online learning, distant learning, virtual learning, mobile learning, or distributed learning experiences are meaningfully different from courses offered online in response to a crisis or disaster. The online learning offered during a disaster or crisis is called remote learning. Remote learning happens when learners are no more in physical context for in-person education. In unprecedented cases, certain adaptation has to be made to ensure that the original teaching plan and learning outcomes are achieved by the learner. No learner is to be left behind. Now, let's move on by understanding the keys to remote learning. First, ask yourself, what are your priorities to remote learning? List them down. And now let's look at some real examples. 1. Ask yourself about the well-being of your students. Are they safe? Next, how am I going to continue teaching or training them? How do I deliver my lesson or my training materials? What are the technology tools should I use? Next, how will I access them? I need to keep motivating them. And how do I do it? The same thing is also to ask about limitations. Start, brainstorm, and come out with action plan. And ask questions like, having the limitations that my learners have, what would be the best technology that I could use to deliver my lessons? What are suitable conference tools that I could use to deliver my lessons? What about assessments? How do I conduct assessments? Should I postpone some of them? How do I keep on motivating my students? How do I make them to participate in my online lessons? Now, let's look at 10 steps on how to conduct a remote learning. Now, pay attention. There are 10 steps here that I like to share which have been tested and proven successful. The first one here is by looking at the identification of conference tools that you need to use in order to present your teaching or training materials. Now, you could use tools like Zoom, Google Meet, Google Duo, IMO, or WhatsApp. The next thing you need to look at is step number 2. You need to redesign content. Focus on must-know content and disseminate through Moodle, Google Classroom, or any other open source learning management system. The next step is to provide guidance to your students and ask these questions about how to use these tools, how do you want to inform the students on how to participate on your online lessons? Now, this is also very important. The next step is to obviously prepare an online teaching schedule with your colleagues in the same department. The next step is to rework or restructure on assessments to suit your remote learning strategy. Now, this is also important compared to the previous face-to-face sessions that you used to have with your learners. So you need to have a kind of a balance between the remote learning assessment, which can be done on online and which can't be done and it can be postponed onto the upcoming semester. Now, the next step is to prepare quiz questions using Moodle or Google Classroom. This will come in my next video. The next step is to deliver weekly lessons and remind students on various media that they have to use. Obviously, the next step is to coach your students. Now, you can have personal coaching of your students using conference tools like Zoom or Google Duo. Now, in this case, you can tackle the weak students. You need to make some appointments, meet them online using this tool, and start to explain better in terms of having a personal touch with the students. Now, the next step is to monitor progress of lesson delivery. Now, this is obviously that you need to do. You need to monitor the progress of your learners, and you need to check whether they are learning, or those who are about to leave the course, you need to somehow or other motivate them to be with you for the rest of the online course. At the end of the step, you need to submit a weekly report to your immediate supervisor. Now, in this case, all the 10 steps are practically been done and they have been proven successfully. This is the steps to conduct remote learning. So with that, I end my video presentation. Please click like and subscribe to get more videos about using digital technology in your teaching and training.